Hey everyone, this is Jason Kokenzie with Building Wealth Now. Glad that you jumped on, and sorry I've been gone away for about a week. We have been out in Marco Island, Florida, just enjoying some time out there and a little bit nicer weather on the beach, hanging out and all that kind of good stuff. But I'm glad that you're back. I'm glad that you're here tuning into this podcast. If you're a first-time visitor, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here and looking forward to being able to help you in your journey of entrepreneurship. You might be right now in the world of entrepreneurship, and that's okay, or entrepreneurship, I should say, and that's okay. We're glad that you're here. This is a podcast that is all about modern economy and online businesses. So you've come to the right place. It's a good place to be in. So today's topic, we're going to kind of actually get in that exact topic today. But if you haven't already gone over to iteachfreedom.com, I really recommend that you do so, because iteachfreedom.com is a great place to be to learn about online businesses. What's out there? What are we looking for when we're looking for online business? I've heard of all types of online businesses out there. What can I get into? And so that's kind of what's there. I would certainly encourage you, if you're like really like, I don't know, I really don't know what to look for, I don't know what to do. As soon as you get to I Teach Freedom, there's a little survey, iteachfreedom.com. There's a little survey to say, I would love to have a video conference. Guys, I don't give you sales pitch. I'm just gonna give you information there to help you out, build a business. I'd encourage you guys to check that out, all that kind of good stuff. So if you're a long-term subscriber, appreciate you as always. If you're not a subscriber, but you've been listening for a long time, why not just go hit that subscribe button? What have you been waiting for? And so we do this on podcasts. You can find it on an Apple podcast. We can also find it on our YouTube channel. So make sure you go to our YouTube channel. You can watch this on video, as many of you do. But I know that a large majority of you listen to podcasts as well. But that's kind of where we're at. So today's topic, obviously there's just so many different things that are going on in our world right now that a lot of people are driving towards learning how to have second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, second, incomes, all that kind of stuff. And so I know that that's a constant question, a constant topic of conversation. And so today we're going to ask the question today that is important, that I think a lot of people are asking, and how do I start a home-based business with little startup? Or sometimes people say, how do I start a home-based business with a zero investment? And that, I don't know if it's a really true possibility. A lot of people say, oh, I've started businesses with zero investment. Well, I disagree with it, because there's always going to be some type of investment at some point in time on the line. Okay. And it might have been something you did 5 years ago, but there's always an investment. Okay. So here's the deal, though. I'm going to say, how can we start a home-based business with little startup? Now, that is a variable question, right? So that could be, for you, that could be $5,000 or less. For you, it might be $10,000 less. For you, it might be $1,000 less. For you, it might be $500 less. For you, it might be $100 or less. And so there's obviously some big questions that need to be asked as far as what is an important thing to understand as far as what that value level is. Everybody is going to be different, right? Some of you might have a little extra in savings, so $10,000 is not going to be a big deal. Some of you be like, you know what? 500 is a big deal. And the cool thing is that when I started home-based business a long time ago, in fact, in the 90s, I actually started selling things online. I had one of the original first eBay accounts. I know I've said that here even recently in the podcasts, but guys, it was dirt nothing cheap, right? And I got in for dirt nothing cheap. But I'm going to say all the businesses that I have currently, even today, the ones that are going hog wild, the ones that are making six figures, et cetera, all those ones, I started out with $1,500 or less. Now, we're talking specifically the online businesses that we have, but that's important, okay? That's important for the understanding of it. Now, the other key aspect that I want to throw out there for y'all, is that we've got to understand, if you've not been listening to this podcast for a long time, you've got to understand that I focus specifically on residual income. And that's a key conversation. So if you've never listened to any of my topic of conversations on residual income, I'd encourage you, especially go all the way back several years ago when I started talking about started this podcast. We talked about residual income, linear income, and passive income. It's really important to know the difference. So just as a quick point, Residual income is the concept of where you work once and you continue to get paid for the work that you do. And we've even had a recent episode talking about residual income and the fact that it is based upon systems. And so what I'm going to talk about today is how do we start home-based businesses with little startup. We're going to talk about ones that can be done into a system, one that can be automated, may not be necessarily automated at the very beginning, but they are automated. And that's important for you to understand. And so a lot of businesses don't start out as a residual income generating machine. It doesn't always happen that way. In fact, most of the time it doesn't. Most of the time it is a lot of hard work, a lot of linear and or passive work in the beginning, but a whole lot of linear income in the beginning to eventually make it to that residual income machine that you're wanting to. But here's the thing. Here's the positive side, guys. Again, out of all the businesses I have online, the six-figure businesses that I've got going on, they all started off with $1,500 or less. And I want to just re-emphasize this because this is so incredibly important. That being this, although they all started with $1,500 or less, I took the profits. I took the profits on a monthly basis that I had, and I reinvested it into that business. See, here's the thing what I want to encourage people. Before you started that home-based business, you didn't have that money coming in on a monthly basis. So don't take that extra money that you're making and go reinvest it into something else. That's just foolish. What you really want to do is take the profit that you have now and reinvest it in the business again. Again, reminding you, you didn't have that money on a monthly basis 3 months ago. So why would you just go ahead and spend that money now? It just doesn't make sense to do so. So when all is said and done, you're going to take that money and you're going to reinvest it back into what we're doing. Okay. So it's important to understand that. It's important to understand that it's crucial, and I really do mean crucial to reinvest the money that you make profit-wise back into the business that you make. Because that is how you're going to accelerate the business that you have. So a lot of people ask me, all right, well, Jason, this is great. This is fine. But what can I do to ultimately jump into a business for $1,500 or less? What are the things? Well, here's the thing. It might be easier than what you think. You might be stressing out about all this kind of stuff. And so you might be saying, I don't even have $1,500. Well, then let's do the common things that you might already think of. Let's go take the things that you have at your house and resell those things, on eBay, on Craigslist, on Facebook Marketplace, ultimately just to get the money that you need to get in order to start an online business that really is going to make things happen. Okay. Definitely worth something doing. Flip the things that you already have that you don't use, that you don't want. Flip it for money, because that's a big deal. It's important for you guys to understand that. Don't waste your time trying to start a business that is not potentially going to be a residual income business. What we're really looking for is to build businesses that have that residual income. So there's a lot of opportunities out there. Let me give you some of the top ones. So the top ones are drop shipping, wholesale, affiliate marketing, network marketing, e-courses, e-books, investing. I have to get back to that one. Apps, app development, app sales, and all that kind of stuff. There's other ones that are out there, such as selling your photography. Those are important. Obviously, we could go much farther than that offline. We can go things like with real estate and stuff like that. But again, we're trying to develop a system, something that we can continually do that will eventually work itself out. Right. So those are the big ones out there. Now, each of them have their benefits. Each of them have their powers. Each of them have their pros. Each of them have their cons. And I will just encourage you. It's not something I recommend that you guys just jump into without understanding that there are certain things you just need to look for. Now, again, guys, these are businesses you can do with little to no cost. Okay. So with that being said, this is important. With that being said, things like real estate are not going to be it. We're talking $1,500 or less. And so again, drop shipping, wholesale, affiliate marketing, network marketing, e-courses, e-books, apps, et cetera, et cetera. investments, those are all things that we can be doing with $1,500 or less. And I'll be honest with you, the majority of those we could do probably for about $700 less. So let's just cut that back in half and even do $700 less, but we're going to do it for $1,500 less just because it's important for everybody to understand. But I want you to understand, you might have heard the buzzwords of drop shipping, wholesale, and network marketing, affiliate marketing, and e-courses and ebooks. And a lot of you might be saying, well, Jason, do I just jump in anything? The answer is no. You don't just jump into anything. There's always keys to every single thing that you're doing. And one of the biggest things that we can say is you don't want to jump into something that is already so incredibly saturated that everyone else is doing, or everyone has the potential of doing it within the course of 3 days. And so timing is always very crucial. This is something I will banter on for a long term. Okay. So timing is important. If everybody is already doing it, if let me just put it this way, if it's something that already everybody knows about, it's probably not the best opportunity that's out there. Ultimately, what I'm saying is not that there's not still opportunity with it, but what I'm trying to tell you is that there's probably other things that you're going to make a lot bigger money, a lot quicker in the residual income factor if there's less saturation to it. So it's working smarter, not harder. I like hard work, but guys, why why work harder and not work smarter? Because if you're just going to work hard, listen, I believe if you work a 9-to-5 job and you do it for 40 years, that's hard work. But it doesn't mean it's smart work. There's a lot of hard workers. And if hard work makes you a millionaire, then everybody who ran a 9-to-5 job would be a millionaire. That just makes sense, right? I hope it makes sense. So we got to work smarter, not harder. That's why residual income comes into play. That's why businesses are the bee's knees when it comes to this. So guys, you have the easy way in and you have the hard way out. You can easily get into any business. You can easily get into drop shipping. Guys, I can set up a drop shipping business within 15, 20 minutes. I could. But the problem is I'll probably be rehashing a new drop shipping business about every 3 months just to keep the business alive. You're saying, what do you mean by that? Well, guys, there's so many different things on Alibaba and AliExpress I can buy within the world of drop shipping. I can do a lot of that. But the problem is that everybody and their brother can also buy those exact same product. And so there's no contractual agreement. There's no exclusivity. There's no relationship that I have with Alibaba and AliExpress. There's just not. And so because of that, I can't expect my business to go gangbusters if everybody already knows it and there's no exclusivity. So drop shipping is a wonderful business if you can build a system from it, if it can be residual, if it can grow without you being part of it, if it can scale without you being part of it, if it can be automated without you being part of it. Now, granted, those are things that you're going to have to start from the very beginning. Same thing with wholesale. There's lots of things. You can go Google wholesale products, and guess what? You're going to find a lot of products out there. But again, same thing with like Alibaba and AliExpress. There's everybody and their brother can Google the same thing. So guys, you need to think outside the box. Don't work hard, work smart and hard. Because eventually, when you work smart and hard, eventually you're not going to have to work as hard anymore and work yourself out. So then it generates itself. And that's what you're trying to do, right? So dropshipping, wholesale, affiliate marketing, guys, affiliate marketing is a great opportunity, but you have to understand, if you really want to work yourself out of a job in the world of affiliate marketing, a lot of you want to be influencers on social media and all that kind of good stuff. But if you're not having any type of consumable product that people are going to come back month in, month out, you're going to be trying to be an influencer for the rest of your life. I have no desire to do that. I don't want to have to do that type of stuff all the time. I do influence marketing, affiliate marketing, because it goes really well with the other businesses that I'm already doing. But eventually, at some point in time, I'm going to phase out my influence part, my social media marketing part, because I don't want to do it anymore. Frankly, I don't have to do it even now, but I enjoy doing it right now. So that's kind of that world of things that you need to understand. But affiliate marketing is really lots of times based upon influence. And you're going to see it all the time on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not a big fan of it long term, unless you're selling a consumable product that eventually churns itself. But if you're looking just to be an influencer, I just want to encourage you with the thought that you're always going to be an influencer unless you can figure out how to get some consumable subscription. That's your key. Okay, what about network marketing? Guys, network marketing is an amazing opportunity. You might know it as MLM, but the problem is some of you are so ridiculous when it comes to that because you're like, do you not realize that only 1% of people have success in network marketing? Here's the problem. There's a reason why 1% of people have success in network marketing. It's that same amount of group of people, that 1% that have success in dropshipping, wholesale, affiliate marketing, e-courses, ebooks, et cetera, et cetera. And the reason why only 1% have success in it is because only 1% of people are actually having success doing what they're supposed to do. Now, I'm not going to get stuck on network marketing right now, but I'm going to say, guys, it's a huge, huge, huge opportunity that many of you are so negative to because you don't understand it. You think you understand it, but you don't. You think, well, I know somebody, or I tried it, or you have to go and just be in everyone's face, and you have to recruit friends and family. Well, I'm sorry to say that you've learned from the wrong people. You've learned from the wrong crowd. And most likely the people you've learned it from were people who really didn't know what they were doing anyway. And so the blind leading the blind, a bunch of people learned from a bunch of people who didn't know what they were doing. So I'm just going to say this to you. Get your head out of the sand when it comes to network marketing. It's a massive opportunity, but let me just say this. You can't just jump into any network marketing company. A lot of you just put a whole entire blanket statement on network marketing and say, I'll never do it. It doesn't work. But that same reverse statement is you just jump into any network marketing company. Guys, just not any network marketing company will do. Because it's just like drop shipping. It's just like wholesale. It's just like affiliate marketing. You can do drop shipping. But if you don't have a product that's actually a good product, if you don't have a product that's actually is going to stand the test of time, let me tell you something. It's going to be a bad drop shipping business. Same thing with network marketing. You've got to know what you're looking for. You can't just jump. Well, my friend Bob, who lives in his parents' basement, told me I should really look at this network marketing company. Well, that's foolish. Well, my friend who's never been successful in network marketing told me this is the network marketing I should look at. Well, that's foolish. Guys, don't buy into that. Network marketing is an amazing opportunity, but I'm going to tell you something. It takes incredibly hard work. Just like dropshipping, just like wholesale, just like affiliate marketing. And it's important for you to understand that. It's super important. What about like e-courses and books? I a lot of times put those things together. Okay. A lot of times I put those things together. Ebooks, e-courses. But again, I think the thing with e-books and e-courses, they're super valuable, but obviously you got to give value in ebooks and e-courses. If you don't have something to teach people, people aren't willing to listen. They're certainly not going to buy. And if they buy your junk, they're going to leave you bad reviews. And if they buy your junk and leave bad reviews, and ultimately when all is said and done, guess what? You're not going to have an ebook or e-course anymore that people are going to want to buy because the reviews are going to get around really, really quick. And so that's important for you guys to understand. A lot of ebooks and e-courses are built upon influence that you have, a website that you're maybe blogging with, maybe social media platform that you have social media influence like Instagram or something like that. And so people are going to buy that type of stuff if you're willing to give influence. Selling a book where you don't have influence or selling a course where you don't have influence with is a hard thing to do. It can be done. I've seen it be done, but I'm just going to tell you it's hard work. What about ebooks, e-courses? Ebooks are things that you are knowledgeable. Let me just go back and what have you. Ebooks are things that you have knowledge about that you put it into an ebook. You give value. I don't care what it is. It could be anything. But are you going to give tips and tricks and things like that about the particular subject matter that you're good and knowledgeable about that maybe are unheard of, maybe things that people don't really know? Same thing with e-courses, guys. People don't want junk fluff. They want deep stuff that they're not going to just be able to Google. But the thing is, if they do Google it, if you can give really good stuff, but in the depths and the deeps, all that kind of stuff, then here's the thing. Let me give you an idea. A lot of you know that if you to kind of give you an example, if you're going to develop an ebook or e-course, this is something I want to kind of give you as an illustration. A lot of you know that if you have a business, you can give your children on payroll, so as long as they're doing something in your business, $12,000 a year tax-free payroll. They're not being taxed for it. You're not being taxed for it. It's tax-free. But here's the thing. What you may not know is that in order to do that, you have to have an LLC or you have to be a sole proprietorship. You're saying, well, Jason, I'm not a sole proprietor. I'm not an LLC. I have an S Corp. Well, guess what? It actually doesn't work on S Corps. So in order for you to get that $12,000 payroll tax-free for your children, you can't have an LLC. You can't have, you can't have an S Corp. You have to have an LLC or a sole proprietorship. You're saying, oh no. Well, what I do? Does that mean I can't do it? Well, here's the thing. Yeah, you still can do it if you have an S Corp. But there's a bunch of other loopholes that you're going to have to get into. Now, see, that's e-course or ebook 101. Let me go into e-course or ebook 102. In other words, the next book, the next course, where I'm going to tell you how you can, in your ebook or e-course, how you can get an S Corp to also get that $12,000 per child tax credit. See, you guys got to understand, people want depth stuff. They don't want junk. And I also give you a hint too as well. You don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater in the first book and just tell all. If you want to make a true business out of e-courses and e-books, then it's important that you leave some of that really good information for book 2 so that more people buy your book 2 or course 2. So if you want to know, then buy my second book, right? Buy my second course. And so it's important to understand. Now, those books, those courses, they run off of influence. That's important. So if you got a good subject matter that you really know some details about it, then my suggestion, you might want to consider doing an ebook or e-course. Okay. Now, let's move on. What about investing? Investing is a whole different animal. I really don't encourage you to jump into investing unless you're really good at a good grasp, number one. Number two, that you're willing to lose money by the process of learning hard lessons. And if you're not willing to lose money, and I'm talking even $100, investing is not a vehicle for you to get residual income. The key with that is things such as dividends. I like dividends, real estate investment, trust, peer-to-peer lending, all that kind of stuff. Investing is a whole different animal. Okay, I'm just telling you, it's a whole different animal. Millionaires lose money in investing all the time, big royal money that actually a lot of times even causes them to be bankrupt because they're idiots with their investing. However, you can certainly start in a truly investing fund within the world of business and fit for $1,500 less and make a huge income out of it for $1,500 less. But that's a whole topic of a conversation within itself. I encourage you to look at dividends for sure. I encourage you to look at real estate investment trusts. I encourage you to look at peer-to-peer lending. Those are all awesome opportunities out there in the world that will just really help you out. Now, guys, the peer-to-peer lending has been such a wishy-washy business here recently in the last few months and weeks and years. There's things at the very beginning podcasts that I recommended, such as Lending Club. Don't really care for Lending Club anymore. There's different things out there. They're just better than Lending Club. Prosper is better. I'm not going to say it's great, but it's better. There's just things out there that if you're going to get in peer-to-peer lending, make sure you understand what you're doing out there. And last but not least, let's just jump into apps, app development, and the selling of apps. Guys, if you have a good development idea for apps, if you've got something that could go gangbusters, it's expensive. So a lot of people ask me that you can buy or you can create an app for $1,500 or less. But I also want to tell you that very rare you're going to get an app for $1,500 or less that's actually going to be real true income. Maybe it's a starting ground for you to get pennies on the dollar. I want to bring it up because I know that you can. It's going to be hard work. But guys, here's the thing. Whether you're doing drop shipping, wholesale, affiliate marketing, network marketing, e-courses, e-books, investing, apps, whatever, I'm just going to tell you something, guys. You guys, $1,500, you can do every single one of those things. But I want to give you a little bit of information. Some of you jumped on this and you're like, oh yeah, $1,500 less. This is my podcast episode. This is what I want to learn. Yes, okay, that's fine. However, if you really want to make any of these things work the way that they're supposed to work, I want to tell you something, because this is very, 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 very important. That is this. It's going to take a lot of hard work. There's no such thing as easy business. Anybody who wants to tell you there's easy business and there's no return, there's no investment up front, I'm telling you, if you want to buy into that, you're not going to have a long-term business. If you want to buy into the fact of, oh, you can jump in this business for $0, that's a bunch of hogwash. And if you think, oh, if someone says, well, this business is easy, you just do this, there's no such thing as easy. I'm telling you, there's a lot of smart, hard work that's going to have to be done if you want a true sustainable generational business. And all the businesses I just told you are very, very huge in opportunity. But every single one of those businesses, guys, I gave you just a very short, brief glimpse into each one of those businesses that I do, and I do well. But I want to encourage you guys with something that don't just jump into the business purely because I said jump into them. There's a lot more that we have not fanned out on this podcast episode today. And by a lot more, I mean a lot more. Okay. You're saying, I found a product on drop shipping. Wait, before you do. I found a product in wholesale. Wait, before you do. I found a product for affiliate marketing. Wait, before you do. Found an awesome company, network marketing. Well, wait before you do. Okay. Ultimately, what I'm saying is there's a lot more. And so let me say this. If you're saying, I want to jump in those, but I want to learn more, I want to know exactly what to look for so I don't spend time, or I should say waste time, trying to build one of those businesses when ultimately, when all is said and done, I'm just going to be spinning my wheels. Or you're saying, Jason, I know that they're going to work, but I want to make things faster. Okay. I want to find a great business idea that's going to help me move faster rather than slower. Well, go to iteachfreedom.com, fill out that little survey, and I'd be more than happy to jump into a video conference call with you to help fan each one of those businesses out, how to make them function better, how to long-term with each of those companies, how to build generational income out of those, and to make things happen for you. Because here's the thing. It's fine that you want to jump an online business, but if you don't know what you're looking for and how to actually run an online business, guys, you're going to be in the same place or very, very, very slow from this year to next year. Now, with all that being said, even if you have the most amazing business that really does fall under all my 4 key principles of generational wealth, which I've done episodes on that before, look, if you don't put the work in, you may have the best business on the face of this earth, but you may not do a lick of work and it will never be investment and a wise investment for you. Let me just give you a little bit of an example. On January 11th, 2021, I said in my podcast episode, why invest in cryptocurrency? One of the cryptocurrencies I told was this Dogecoin. And at the time of that recording, I told you that Dogecoin was at 0.007 cents a share. So not even a full cent per share at that point in time. Well, since then, and even as I do a live trade right now, or not a live trade, but a large live update, I'll tell you where it is right now. As of right now, it is at 80. I don't know if that's even going to show up, but 81 cents, 80 cents, or not 81 cents. I lie. 8.1 cent. Okay. In other words, it has had an 800% increase since last month this time. And I've already had a bunch of you who reached out to me and say, oh, Jason, thank you so much. I had text message after text message after Facebook message after Facebook message of you saying, thank you so much for that. But guess what I also had? I had a bunch of you who came to me and say, oh, man, I can't believe I'm so sick that you told me that I should have invested in Doge. And you're right, I did. And here's the funny thing. If you'd have kept watching it, it's actually dipped down multiple times down to like 4 cents a share and is now back up to, as we speak, 8.2 cents a share. So we've had a 400% increase multiple times. We've had a 10% increase. We've had numerous increases since then. That if you would have just taken the time to invest even a few $100s in that, you'd have been definitely several $100s out. You're saying, Jason, should I invest in Dogecoin right now? Well, why not? If you don't invest at all, if you don't take the action, you're certainly not going to win. You're certainly not going to be successful. You're certainly not going to learn. What if it crashes? What if it does? You'll never know until you do. See, that's the thing. If you never jump in a dropshipping business, you'll never know if it's going to be growing. If you never jump into a wholesale business, you're never going to know whether you're going to be successful. If you never jump into a network marketing company, you're never going to know. And so don't let the fear of failure going to stop you from doing what you need to do. Listen, take action. Take action, because here's the thing. Yes, it's going to be hard work. Yes, you're going to have to learn. Yes, there's going to be difficulty. Yes, those things are going to happen. But what I've learned is that's just part of the program. And the reason why 99% of you will never be successful, and why you get so upset at that 1%, and why you get so bitter when somebody says, I'm in this business and I'm making a killing of money, and you come back with this bad attitude of, well, just a few people have success in that type of business. I'll tell you why. Is because you're so stuck having a pity party for yourself that you're not willing to say that there's a right way to do business and there's a wrong way to do business, and you're just not willing to do the right way. I don't care what the business model is. You're just not willing to put the expertise or taking the time to become an expert. You're just not willing to take the time to take action and actually make the business work, because you're too busy having a pity party. You're too busy worrying about what everybody else will think rather than actually moving forward with the business and taking action and taking control of your own life and creating your own economy. And so, as we conclude, hey, first of all, go to iteachfreedom.com. If you want to learn about business, if you want to be mentored in online business, okay? But guys, there's lots of opportunity in online business. And again, a lot of you ask me, well, Jason, how do I get into a home-based business with little or no startup? Well, here's the thing. There's always going to be some type of startup. If you want to find that business that has no startup, I'm going to tell you something real quick, and then we're going to conclude, and that is this. Most likely, if there's no startup at all, it's not worth investing in. In other words, by investment, I mean, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time, because it's not. Look, if there's no skin in the game, there's going to be no skin in the game. And there's nothing going to be exciting or excellent that's going to happen in that world of your business, because you don't have skin in the game. And you're going to have that mindset in the back that, you know what, I didn't lose any money. And so because I didn't lose any money, if I don't make this thing work, it's okay. And because you already have a plan B in your perspective, you've already failed. And so therefore, why most people don't ever have success in something that doesn't cost any upfront or doesn't have any skin in the game is because there's nothing to lose. So I'm going to tell you, put some skin in the game. Go find something that you can put some skin in the game. If you're going to jump in drop shipping, put some skin in the game. You're going to put in wholesale, put some skin in the game. You're going to jump into affiliate marketing, put some skin in the game. But I'm going to tell you something. You can put skin in the game at $1,500 or even less and make a major 6-7 figure income. And I mean insane income that the majority of you are going to start understanding one day, when your monthly income becomes other people's annual income. When that reality sinks in, guys, I'm telling you, it's baffling to think, man, I used to make that annually. Now I'm making that monthly. It's an insane day when that actually starts happening. But I'm going to tell you, the people who get to those are the people who take action. All right, guys, I could talk on and on and on and on and on. Go to iteachfreedom.com. I hope you have listened to this podcast. If you're a podcast listener, hit subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, click that subscribe button down there as well. And don't forget to go to iteachfreedom.com. If you are somebody who wants to jump in online business, but you're saying, okay, those businesses sound great, teach me more, go check that out. Love to have you come over. iteachfreedom.com. Would love to have you learn about you, get to know you. Let's do a video conference together, and we'll have some fun with that. If not, guys, thanks for jumping on Building Wealth Now. I'm Jason Kokenzie. Peace out.